Ah, so that was fun, and see, that was why my William is contemplating his life choices after seeing Emzo's t- Emzo's Emzo's tavern and bar with two goats and cat and buck naked cow tied on a roof.
He
A
he says he
buck naked man tied to a cow on a roof.
and
To
two
which
goats.
Veb
What?
says nothing.
Oh no, Seymour was just at his Gamerman HQ enjoying his coffee. He's like, "This is too early for this shit. I'm catching my airship to the facility." he's he's seen enough. Or is it,
Meanwhile,
or it's just
meanwhile,
one of those William does not care at the moment, or he does not want to ask questions.
At the very least, all the group knows is that Veb's a no commodity. He is a distraction.
oh boy. Anyway, the next, well, 2 days later, after everyone gets sober enough to actually work again, the cow looks at us and was like, wait, something's not right. Miss Edsel, come here. What is it? Like, I just got a message from our branch at Starlight. It seems they haven't received the package at all. Wait, what? How? We send the package out once a month. While calling them, they haven't received a package in several months.
All right, who's fucking with the transport?
That's for you to find out.
Get the beating sticks.
So yeah, someone's fucking with the transport.
God. Uh. All right. Well, I think first I'll see if our or my contacts know things. So I'm gonna get in contact with one of my shadows. I got one that's a traveling bard, and one that's a low level merchant. I'm gonna contact them and see if they have been hearing any rumors or anything going on that is connected to this.
Veb is going to do something similar. He's going to speak to what members of the Order of the Flagon are in the area, and he's going to ask, have there been any areas where there seem to be unusual high tides of bandit encroachment or stuff like that nature?
Alright, I guess. Do you have an investigation check or something like that?
Let's see.
I'll actually check real quick.
The bandits, the flagon of the Order of the Flagon, they're still considered bandits, so they go up and down routes.
The only thing you know is it's not a blackguard shipment. They usually send those to more dangerous areas. It's one of your shipments from one of your men.
Who told us it was this my contacts or Kira's contacts? That told me that.
Well, both you roll to see if your contact can find something.
I'm trying to think what to roll, because...
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
I feel like because Scrap, he'd be working with more like the underground, and Veb would be working more on the overground.
Alright, so that person have the diplomacy.
Okay. What the fuck is my diplomacy? Probably not that good.
I
have a positive in diplomacy. I'm very surprised.
You have a positive in diplomacy? I have a -1 in diplomacy.
Oh boy. I'm trying to figure out what's the scrap roll. Let's see now. Society's not good.
If it's underground, would it somewhat be a combination of, I would say, stealth and perception per se, just because the underground, they're trying to get more info.
Yeah, stealth or perception, whatever's higher for you.
My perception is at a 19. My stealth is at a 25. I'm gonna do stealth.
All right. All right, Carrie, you do
Oh,
realize that
jeez.
there is an increased presence there's increased presence in the sea about the sea and the land about activity. Scrap. You find out Scrap. One of your contacts is on his way to the Desert Bandit Kingdom because he heard a rumor about someone trading stuff that you're usually selling, as well as a
Oh
few
yeah.
other items. He just
Oh
to
yeah.
make sure.
Oh yeah. I also have that gun dealer, that underground gun dealer. If you remember that we rescued his brother from jail,
Oh
and he
yeah,
owes
so
and he owes me. He owes me one. He doesn't know. He owes my organization. All I told him was he owes. He's under me now. As long as he doesn't fuck around in the certain areas, I will ignore him. But I will occasionally use his contact or connections when the time is right, and this is one of the times.
alright, so your contact informs you that the junkyard pirate apparently got a bunch of mail and was and the and Captain Strike and First Mate Treasure wants him to help invent new flashier over the top toys. In fact, let me post this picture on his channel this to show what he wants what Striker wants as his ultimate battleship. Just picture this as a ship.
So he's been wanting. So he wants materials to get a
To make
shiny new weapon to supposedly put the fear in people.
pretty much.
Alright, let's see what he wants to build.
That except with ship instead
It's
of a tank.
so it's a ship that just has guns galore. Got it. And it's all over. Okay. I will thank my contact for this while also just putting two fingers at just on my nose, just like he wants this. Are you positive that he requested for something like this? As I look at the sketch again, and I look at my contact. Of course, I'm in my disguise when I'm doing this.
You ever met Doctor Striker yet? He's insane. If I, if I if he asks if he wants this, if I ask if I want this, I'll probably receive a bullet straight to my chest right here.
So,
In fact, when I actually say want, I mean, is he? I got that far before, and he puts his wrist with a bullet hole in it. Yeah, he's insane.
so let me
Well,
get
not
this
bullet
straight.
hole. Obviously, it's been healed by magic, but
Let me get this straight. He wants an ultimate ship, a ship that, in his mind, will go down in history as one of the best ships in the world that will put fear in everyone. And his thought is that.
he says, and I quote: if we have a ship like this, even Red Flag won't fuck with us, and we can take over the land, sea, and air.
It's a boat.
I don't know if Captain Ass agrees, but Captain Ass is just a berserker. Just send him in battle, and he takes care of the rest.
It's a goddamn boat. There's no fucking engines on it. There's no wings. How do they expect this to fly? You know what? I'm not. Don't. Just. I'm not gonna ask that.
They don't ask. This the ship he wants. I'm pretty sure he has things already figured out. He's insane, but it's also
How? Here's my
smart.
question. Here's my question. How long, estimates wise, do you think this thing will be ready to set sail? What's the estimate? If he's already got most of the materials to make it, how long is it before he can set sail?
With his gunsmith he has on board, his queen himself, probably about a couple months. So gotta deal with the original black junkyard for now. This is a quote unquote ultimate junkyard.
Alright.
And the original junkyard as and original junkyard is a flowing weapons factory as is.
And out of character type, these pirates are hostile to us, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
I'm just gonna
loyal to Pearl until they can get this ship, and then they're gonna turn on her like that.
Alright, I'm just gonna again just sigh at this and be like, alright. I'll get some fucking members to scout out where the fuck this shipyard is and where they're building it. God, I gotta let William know he's not gonna like this, or no, he is not gonna like this, but he's not gonna like this for more engineering sense. I'll look at my contact and I'll say, "Thank you for this. You'll receive extra payment."
That's a gun doing that. Your contact made his way to the camp and is currently talking to the bandit camp as we speak.
Yep. I'll just say, "Thank you for this. I gotta go now and let the others know. If you need anything, just let me know. Thank you." As I just look, not defeated, I'm just like, why? Why is this a thing?
And
So I'm just gonna.
and without saying anything, holy fucking shit, you already did it. Look at mainstream news.
Mainstream news.
What?
Huh?
Yeah,
What's going on?
look at mainstream news real quick before we continue.
Is
I'm trying not to say anything so it doesn't interfere with the session, but wow, he finally pulled the trigger.
is he actually saying he's staying?
No, he's dropping.
Is that Is that actual?
Let's not go into it.
Uh, but
Anyways,
anyway, but
I'm going to
but
head back to William.
but anyway, on the way back to where it's Shao, this is the Shao one coming.
Go ahead.
So I spoke to the Bandit King, and a couple of automatons have traded in one of their usual goods of jewels and candy, of jewels and gold, what they hit from Mars, and as well as supplies they hit from other merchant ships, as well as asking for metal and stuff like that, and some food items that usually serve in Emzo's bar. Is there anything to that? I said some food items. Obviously, they take the rest for themselves.
Thank you for this. I'll write this down on my report. Keep your ear to the ground if you hear anything else to this matter. I'm going to speak to William now about what my other contact has showed me.
Very good.
Alright, so I'm just gonna head over to William. I'm guessing he's at his workshop, as usual, in the mines. And I'm just gonna knock on his door and just wait for a response.
Oh, Ty, have I gotten to the point where I can produce the what were they called? So I'm trying to remember right now. The perpetual engines.
Perpetual engines?
There's a perpetual steam engine that doesn't need to be recharged. With
that.
Yeah, they're a caster level 15. I'm 14, but I also have like insanely high rolls at this point. So it's possible.
Roll check for that.
Okay, got it. Let me just pull up Edge because my Firefox is broken.
I say you're on your way. I'm just wanting to see if you're at the latter or earlier half of your production.
Well, no, these I'm going to tell you right now, just for balancing reasons, I would say these have to be handcrafted by William each time. There is no master.
I meant if you started your basic engine or okay, it's almost finished. I'm not going to let you have that much power.
Ooh, nice. 19.
Everything's a little bit sluggish right now. Hold on, waiting for stuff to load up. Sorry, my sheets are taking a minute to load up. System's being a bit touchy. Give it a moment. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
System's just being.
There we go.
Like where my PC is on Wi-Fi now, so
Here we go. Okay, so I should be up to date. Yeah, we're level 14, right? Yeah, we made level 14.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna update that. So this will be
Unless we leveled up and I didn't know.
no, you didn't.
Carrie has to. So it's like, yeah, we're level 4. We're level 13. Wait, we're not level 9 anymore. Fucking Carrie was so behind, yet he was doing so well.
okay. So here we go.
Yeah, we were playing Pathfinder, then we entered Dark Souls.
Boom.
Like don't make me pull out a campaign.
74.
That's
Nice!
you're definitely the last half of the production.
Well, actually, I was thinking, it actually came into production, like it's coming online, but it might be a little bit explosive. If you don't mind me having a bit of fun
Oh no.
with this time.
All right, so you what?
Funny it
So
Basically,
I assume
he
don't let
finished it, but this is the
scrapping.
first one. So, because of the amount of power this thing holds, there is a small explosion.
Are we talking like a Halifax level explosion or?
Windows are blown out. My guy gets some minor burns. Basically, no actual damage, just some non-lethal damage.
Barut. Got it.
Basically, that was a thing. Hair gets singed.
Immediately as soon as the explosion happened, within
Yeah,
5
you just hear a
seconds,
boom come from the lab, and fire alarm starting to go off.
I fucking bust open the door. There are probably like 2 to 3 shadows with me because they're guarding you. I enter, weapon out, be like, William.
Well, you see the windows are blown out, and the cold wind is starting to blow in. And you see William kind of pulling himself up to a workbench nearby. You see some minor burns. Luckily, he was wearing goggles.
Immediately, I'm running up. The 3 shadows are running up. One of them has what looks like a medical kit. I'm like, you alright? What happened?
It's online. I point towards what looks like a backpack boiler, but it looks a bit different.
I'll step to look at it as the shadow with the med kit is like, patch you up. Would you like Hello Kitty or SpongeBob for your Band-Aid? Which Band-Aid would you like? Hello Kitty or SpongeBob? Sorry,
Neither.
So I'm gonna walk up to this thing you just pointed out.
Yeah, it's got a new. Looking at it, because you're familiar with the backpack boiler at this point. Look at the pressure gauge. It's a new pressure gauge, showing that it's probably got over twice the pressure of the previous Mark II backpack boilers.
Well, what? This is like I'll step to it first. I'll look at it and be like, this is just a basic backpack boiler. And as soon as I look at the gauge, I'm like, what? Is this what you were working on?
Yes. I wasn't expecting that much pressure to come out of it, though.
And I'll
have to replace the pressure gauge is getting near max. I'll have to replace it again with an even higher range one.
And I'll just kind of just not slope down. I'll just kind of just get on one knee and take a breath and be like,
yeah, as a fire crew's coming in ready to fight a fire, and it's just it's a bit.
And I'll look at them and
get guys to replace the window. Get guys to replace the window.
Yeah, I'll just look and be like, it's all right, just the windows, no fire.
Yep.
Just get a repair team down here. We need new windows.
Yep.
Make it more strengthen windows. I don't care. Put double if we have to.
Well, you want somewhere for the pressure to go in case there's an explosion in the future. So maybe some blow-up panels.
How about multiple vents that just you know what? Never mind. Anyways, you'll figure it out. All right.
Yep. So.
Anyways, I'll look at
I just remember
I'll look at you and with the report hand, be like, so I'm just gonna. I have a report for what was going on, as we've been having some issues with our trains, and I'll hand them the report. It details what's been going on from my contacts with the Bandit King and from the gun dealer, and attached to it is the blueprint of the ship that he wants. And I'm just gonna wait for his expression on that.
Did you also relay what Bev told you?
It's perfectly over-engineered and has over a dozen weak points that I can tell just by looking at it.
I'll just but yeah, this is what this fucker was planning. Apparently, with the crew and the work, it'll be taking about a month before it's fully ready to set sail. I already have I already have shadows going out, find the exact area where it's being built, and I was going to get ready to plan a Gearman military airstrike again.
Yes. Just as you say that, Shall see to Shall 1, come in quick.
Go ahead, what's going on?
We're being attacked!
Where?
Overseas! And then you just see him, until one of the merchants came in, it's a junkyard! They're laying our ships! And then you see someone's head gets cut off.
Jack? Did you say Jack?
The junkyard. We don't have video.
Yeah.
As in the junkyard pirates.
Yeah.
And immediately, I look at you, William, and I say, I got the shadows. You three here. William, we are being attacked. I'm going to organize military efforts on the sea. The junkyard pirates are attacking.
Am I on the wave frequency?
Yes, you are.
You see William grab the fucking new backpack boiler, and he's heading towards the fucking hangar with it. I wanted to test this in a controlled environment. Well, we're doing field tests now.
No, I'm coming with you three on me as I point to the shadows as we start running to William, to the hangar, and I'm giving orders to.
I assume we're going to meet Bev there, because obviously he's hearing this as well.
Oh yeah, we're
So the orders are being given.
My guy's gonna do a quick swap out of the boiler system. to the new system, and bringing the airship online, and it doesn't. I don't need to cast shit on it anymore. It just runs forever.
So what's going to happen is I am going to immediately get on to Gearman Command's radio frequency. I'm ordering the military units on the land to be put into defensive actions, get civilians away from the water as far as possible from the port. I am also contacting the few. How many ships do we have, Seawall, for the Navy?
I'm assuming, Ty, we've got quite a few, probably in the Corvette to destroyer size range.
How many ships do we have, Ty? Because I know we've been also building that. How much would you say we have Corvettes and destroyers?
For Corvettes and destroyers, I say about 10 each.
What about the ships that were already there that we just happened to take over?
Ships you took over? The Starlight Navy has at least 30 ships already, so you took those over.
Alright. So immediately we're getting the Starlight Navy to help defensively in this action. We're going to see if any of them have fast ships or anything, and immediately go ahead from the rest of the fleet.
The mermaid zappers.
Oh yeah, I was doing that as well.
If you want fast ships, you're looking at gunships and sloops.
Yep, they are immediately to go ahead of the fleet and get me a recce on the amount of ships these pirates have, how many, their numbers, and how spread apart they are. The Gearman Navy is being put on high alert. Mm-hmm. They are to use, if they do get in contact, they are to use their guns at range, since we probably outrange their ships. Because we have, basically flak 88s, while they probably, still use cannons?
You'll find out when they get, if one of you gets there.
Alright. And then, next what's going to happen is the Gearman Air Force is put onto alert. Planes will be loaded with, our dive bombers will be loaded with bombs, ready to take off. As soon as the fleet is spotted, the Air Force will take off and start to do harassment and taking out enemy ships. Their main prizes are to take out the bigger ships, since they'll be
big with bombs.
And then finally, the mermaids are being called in. They are to get their sapper teams ready for when the ships come in, and to also send some of their fastest scouts ahead to find out where the hell this fleet is. As I'm running with Seawall to the fucking hangar. I'm giving out all these orders.
Yep. Oh yeah, you see William. He gets in there. He shuts off the old engine or seals it up, and then he brings out the fucking wrench that you've seen him use as a cane, and you see its true purpose now, Leaf. It's a giant wrench. That he uses to unseat this current one, put the new one in, and then no time like the present, and he fucking full sends it. So steam's going through the systems, engines are straining. Don't worry, it's just adjusting. It'll hold, and it holds.
I hope. Oh, god damn it!
All right, so your mermaid scouts get there first. And immediately stop. They contact the four of you and says, "We're engaged in combat. They have mermaids as well," which you know from last couple of sessions.
Okay.
Yep.
Copy.
So we'll use the counter mermaid tactics. We'll have our guys pull back, and then we'll drop explosives into the water around it and basically do some dynamite fishing.
Yep. So ordering the mermaids to pull back to the. To not get into long, big engagements with their mermaids, get to our ships, and as soon as our ships know where our friendly mermaids are at, our version of depth charges are being thrown out.
Drop from, the fuses are set to detonate for a certain amount of time under the water. dropped from our dirigibles around those ships to clear out the enemy mermaids.
And has the enemy fleet been spotted, or is it just the mermaid or their enemy mermaids we are engaging?
I say about another 10 more minutes left. You see the enemy fleet spotted. Obviously, you see the main ship and several other smaller ships, pretty much black. Not getting every merchant going back and forth. Not just your merchants, every merchant. You even
Okay,
see you even see
so
the
how
you
many?
even see you even see a forest ship, a ship from Floyd Industries with a couple of mercenaries. They're on their way there to take down to pretty much support one of their fleets, support one of their ships as well.
Okay, so their fleet's been spotted. What's the number of heavy ships? Light. So basically, they're big ships. We're talking like frigate. Frig-
Faster ships is 10. Obviously, there's the main ship and like the Grimcruiser said, armed to the
okay,
teeth. Armed
so
to
we're
the teeth
talking.
and always constantly rebuilding.
Is Captain Torg forgetting the type of ships he used to work with?
So
I'm sorry.
so let's see. He has 10 fast ships. So we're gonna probably guess sloops.
Yep, sloops.
His main ship is probably a man
I
of
forgot. I
war.
forgot what's the biggest ship because I actually said it.
6.
Yeah.
It's like what was the biggest naval ship? I think it was like a 6 freight.
Yeah, it was around that, between that and a gallon and a man of war.
A gallon. That's what I was saying.
Yep.
Like a souped up gallon. That's That's like I said, armed to the teeth.
All right, so he has a galleon, 10 sloops, and probably what? 4 frigates? The naval term for frigates for his sail ships?
Yeah, frigates are pretty much guarding the main ship.
Alright, how many... Alright, because this is gonna help even more.
200 combatants total with all the ships.
Yeah, I'm looking at frigates. Does it have 1 gun deck, 2 gun decks, or 3 gun decks? Basically, how many floors does it have where you see cannons and stuff poking out? Is there only enough for 1 row or 1 floor, or is there 2 floors, 3 floors?
Jerry Wood, 2 floors.
All right. From the weaponry they're using, what can we tell about it?
All right. The thing that's surrounding the frigates that surround the main. All right. The galleys are producing standard cannons, magic stuff like that. Frigates are using frigates are using frigates are using cans, firearms, and the thing that sticks in the ship. I forgot what it's called.
That sticks in the ship. Like, is it forward facing and back facing? Are we talking rams?
Spin. I think you just move it around anywhere.
Oh, like a turret?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it also firing?
And the main ship has several turrets, several cannons, several massive gun barrels, and a freaking captain is pretty much a walking, talking cyborg factory, as well as some special officers. And someone who looks like he's in a freaking metal golem.
Yep.
We're dealing with a dreadnought.
Just about from what he's saying about the
oversized dreadnought. If he's piled too much on top, that thing's going to be extremely unstable. Gentlemen, I think we're going to need to pull a Yamato on this one. Target everything on one side, so there's no way for them to counter flood, given enough time. It just capsizes.
So with that, all right. So here's what is going to happen. The naval aspect, our ships are going to stay far away as they can. If the sloops try to come to engage, engage it. Try not to get in range of the frigates or the...
They'll be using incendiaries to burn those ships. Those are wooden ships, correct, Ty?
All but the main ship. Main ship's,
Yeah, so we'll
main
use
ship's
two
metal.
incendiaries on them to burn those ships to the ground.
And then once that is it, the Air Force is quickly scrambled. As soon as the fleet is spotted, they are scrambled. They're loaded with HE bombs, and they are given orders. Focus on either on the port side of the ship only. They are to bomb one side of the ship, as due to how oversized it is,
Mhm.
it is going to be near impossible for them to focus on counterflooding if the thing is fucking top heavy. So
Yeah.
the planes are scrambled. They're getting formation, and they are going to attack one side, but they're going to attack it from several different directions to confuse the ever-living shit out of them. And also, our fighters. So we have dive bombers and fighters. The fighters, their goal: strafe the ever-living shit out of the deck. Keep their heads down. Make sure they can't even look up without getting a hail of machine gun bullets
Let me guess, they
at the
attack the
deck.
captain or the first mate, right?
It doesn't matter.
Anyone, everyone.
Oh,
Yeah.
they attack everyone. They're
Yeah.
keeping everyone's heads down. There's not really a main
Yeah.
target per se. They are just the machine guns are mainly there to harass and keep their heads down, so they can't really fire as effectively as they can when the dive bombers come in. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
We
Ah,
haven't figured out
boy.
torpedoes quite yet.
Yeah, we don't have torpedoes, not yet. Give William like another month and he'll make them.
Yeah, we don't exactly have a. The fuck were those
That-
planes called?
Torpedo bombers?
Fairy Swordfish, that was it.
Yep, torpedo bombers.
We have our equivalent of Stukas and the fighter.
We have very, very early, like, canvas and wood aircraft.
So
Yeah,
like
can't move.
Fucker DR1s.
Earlier. Think
Yeah.
what the planes the Italians used versus the Turks pre-World War One.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah,
That's what we're.
Oh God!
we haven't. We're steampunk, not diesel punk.
Yet. But okay, so with that, we are. So the planes are moving in. Does it look like the enemy navy is sending their ships to engage our navy yet?
Oh,
Because remember, our navy's staying far away, enough to where they can still see them.
no, in fact, they're too busy beating the shit out of the floor for mercenaries,
Oh.
but they're all cleaning up and getting ready to go home.
Oh, if they're distracted, even better.
They're distracted,
Navy-
but it's not going to be for long. Even better mercenaries is not going to stand a chance. So, if you go,
yeah,
if you're going to do something, do it quick, or they're going to be
Okay,
focused
here's-
on you.
Alright, destroyers immediately are going to. Destroyers and corvettes move in immediately since they are distracted. Corvettes are going to engage the smaller ships. The destroyers, with their main guns, are going to focus on the frigates. They're not engaging the big, overtop sized dreadnought ship. That is going to be for our planes. They are immediately, firing off a couple shells, immediately pulling back to make sure they can't retaliate. The mermaids are going to protect the ships, as probably most of the enemy mermaids are probably dealt with from the were most of them dealt with by our death charges, Ty?
I mean, come because they're not stupid. So let's see who got caught. Because they're not stupid, but let's
Yeah,
see
we're
now.
still gonna.
20 enemy mermaids. Damn, 14 of them got caught.
Yep.
14. Let's see who's actually down for the count permanently. Just add 2 to this. All right, so 4 get down for the count permanently. The rest are injured and stream back to the ships as we speak. Well, the main ship as we speak.
Okay, we'll keep doing bombing runs around the ship because we don't have the accuracy with the dirigibles to hit the ship itself. If we hit it, good for us. If we don't, whatever. Just basically turn that water into a no-go zone for those mermaids.
Yeah, the mermaid's
to,
main
to
goal
make
is
to make sure
protect.
that the remaining 10 can't swim back to shore.
Well, the thing is, I don't care if they're scared off. Basically, we're doing a tactic because we're kind of treating these guys almost like cavalry, in a sense, in a battlefield. Basically, they can kind of swing around and come from weird angles and attack and cause damage. So you counter them with your own cavalry usually, or through good defenses. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to basically scare them off by to keep dropping these depth charges into the water, and it's like, oh god, they're fucking dynamite fishing us. So we'll keep dropping it until we can get a good idea that they backed off and there's so few left that our mermaid forces can take them.
As you seeing this, you hear something like, I think these losers had enough for the day. They're sending their main forces. Go back to the island. Retreat to the island. We have enough supplies.
And that's when the planes come in.
Some of the dirigibles, which are carrying incendiaries, will drop it purposefully in the way of that fleet. So they have to choose either to either go to slow down and go around it and scatter, or go through the burning napalm in wooden boats.
So what?
So only one ship could make it through alive. What about?
Yeah.
And actually, should we start doing rolls on the our plane start to attack the captain's ship now with well, does he have a
Go
symbol?
ahead, but you're going to actually get calendar
See,
time.
this is Seawall. So Seawall, roll whatever the machine gun strafing for our fighters is, and then whatever the bombing is, because this is
Assuming using my stuff.
yeah, because this is stuff you built. I'm only giving them commands.
So this is kind of the general strafing runs. 29 versus touch AC.
What, for the ship itself?
No,
Yeah, remember
basically the machine gunners just basically doing full suppression on the ship to keep the crew undercover. Because I doubt these guys. Because I highly doubt these guys
all but the captain.
Aircraft platforms.
Actually, no, all but the captain and first mate are affected. So yeah, all the but the captain and first mates got hit. Captain needs a 30. First mate, as long as he's in the golem armor, needs a 35.
Yep. So yeah, so basically, they're just the thing is to suppress the crew. I don't care about the captain.
The rest of the crew is suppressed.
Yeah. So now we have cleared the way for the bombing runs, which I'm assuming is going to be the same role. Again, they're targeting the same side to do as much damage, and they're trying to hit the bombs to hit below the water line, so that these things starts flooding. And they're trying to hit in multiple areas so they can't seal it up easily.
Come on, Seawall, get a good roll.
Gonna use my reroll on that one.
Yeah, because I'm about to say, the first roll, the golem surprisingly super jumps and just punches your ship out the water. But as the first mate's land hits your ship, you see the second ship goes by and start bombing the rest. So
yeah.
How much damage is did the ship sustain from all those bomb with that 32? Is it enough to where it's starting to list because of the amount of holes, or what's the situation with that?
if you can see from the if you have like X-ray vision, you can see like the deckhands starting to plug up holes and close what you call doors.
I'm assuming we've breached more than 2 compartments, so this thing's already doomed.
So. As the captain orders the first mate to come down and starts helping this ship since it's his creation.
Yep.
So is the ship now slowed because of all this flooding that's going on?
So, but it's not going to be that long once the first mate lands on the ship and gets out of his golem.
Yeah. We'll just keep hammering it, the same side, just causing more and more damage. below the waterline with the bombs to try to breach more holes to make it impossible to save.
Which means either the first base side stands going to try to start attacking you, or even get the machine guns themselves and start attacking you from the machine guns, or the ship's gonna sink, or
Yeah.
which makes more damage to the
Tommy,
ship.
you do realize there are dozens of planes per attack.
And they finish, which means more damage to the ship,
Yeah.
or you have to go up, or you have to go downstairs to help pop some of the holes, which creates more damage. Damn it.
Yeah.
So either way, it's a lose-lose scenario.
Yeah, well, they're going to keep hitting the port side until this thing is full on sinking.
Like, you hear the captain scream one, or like, all right, like first mate striker, you have a permission to use to use that item. Ooh, good good Hold on to your boy! Hold on, boys! And we fall the ship. Ignore me. As he gets at the golem and runs downstairs, and he sees something like an engine starting to form in the back of the ship, and something's
bombs on that engine.
charging.
Start dropping bombs directly on that engine.
Yeah, it's gonna take him some time to.
It's exposed.
Wait, better stop the bombs quick because it may be exposed, but it's also ready just in
29.
case. So roll to check.
Yeah,
Roll to
29
check.
versus-
30 is your target. One chance.
What do you mind me to roll?
Oh no, this is still doing bomber run.
Unless Bad's going to dive bomb the ship and cut off the engine himself, which sadly
Yeah,
I
but
think
reason
sadly I think is a capable strategy.
I mean,
I mean,
we could always just, if my character's present, technically speaking, you can just cast Wall of Stone and just jam the rudder or the propellers with stone, blocking them from getting any propulsion.
Say again?
Technically speaking, couldn't I just also use the Wall of Stone to just jam whatever they're using to propel them?
oh god.
Yeah.
So you're going to use wall storm to make sure the engine doesn't explode, so it could pretty much fly away from you guys.
Is that what we want to do?
No, yeah, that was their plan. Like, have the engine fire up an explosive shot so it could get away from you guys.
Seawall, would you be okay with me trying to?
Yeah, try jamming them up as best I can. Maybe it'll lower the DC so my 29 hits.
Okay, so all right then, I'll just use Wall of Stone, and let me look at the Wall of Stone. How much I can make it's gonna have to make a strength check, I believe, to break it down.
Say again?
If they want to break the Wall of Stone, they'll need to make a strength check. Check what the strength.
Type it out, I can't hear you.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me now?
That good.
Yeah, I said for Wall of Stone, they're gonna need to make a strength check. I just need to look up what level Wall of Stone is again.
I guess an engine that's literally primed to burst.
All right, Wall of Stone.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah, it's a level 5 spell. All right, there we go. Let me look at the requirements.
Add plus.
All right, so I'm able
Add
to
plus 15 to this.
Okay, so yeah, to break the Wall of Stone, it is a strength of 20 plus per inch of thickness. And since I have a up to 5 square feet per level, at level 13, so that's 13 square feet. So that means I can make it a total of a DC 36 to break the Wall of Stone.
Which he didn't get because with the add 15, you only got the 22. So the wall stone doesn't break, which means they can't fly off into the sunset. So Web, you want to do that suicide dive you talked about earlier to cut off the engine completely?
Hello, Akabar!
Remember, they were selling your beer without your permission as well.
So he jammed the engine. Did a bomb just like drop right down the fucking funnel and hit the engine room?
No, they're not. No, even Dr. Striker isn't stupid. He has Scout make sure the engine's clear before he actually activates the activates the activates the not the bomb but the jet propulsion to get away from you guys.
Let's
So
do it.
yeah, obviously it's stuff, but you also see Striker heading back to his ship to heading back to the top deck to go into his golem armor again.
I'm gonna fire a shot from my underslung cannon on my fucking dirigible to blow up that unattended armor.
That's gonna be tough. So go ahead. You're going to need a DC 35 at least.
Yep. I'm assuming this is probably a +2 magic weapon by this point. Damn it.
Not enough. You see Chip, but you see how tough Dr. Striker make his work.
Well, it's now covered in fire because that was an incendiary shell. It's covered in napalm, baby.
Like Dr. Striker looks at it like, napalm, really? Where are they back in the Stone Ages?
I keep firing. We just keep firing napalm at it.
They just say like,
Don't-
dude, really, Captain? Do you really have to deal with these people? Like, it's for your dream, Lieutenant Sergeant. Sorry, First Mate. That's true.
We'll just keep hammering this thing until it fucking sinks. I'm assuming what a lot of its weapon mounts are probably shot from the bombing runs, from the mist bombs that didn't hit the waterline areas. It's probably listing heavily.
All right, so I'm gonna wait for Scrap to come back before you see what the complete ship is like. Because it's damage enough for your troops to go down there and fight them one-on-one, or just keep arming until they find host up a surrender flag. But basically, Stop the Strike is just getting annoyed and pissed. Like, come on, really? Like napalm? Like what are these people back in the Stone Ages?
I thought napalm was like a Vietnam thing.
Huh?
It's been around since the Second World War, possibly earlier. It's jellied gasoline. That's all it is.
I know what napalm is. This is Dr. Striker being arrogant as usual.
Yeah. Yep. So we just keep firing at that thing. Just keep dousing it in fucking napalm so he can't get to it without
No,
burning.
obviously, he's staying away from the napalm and sticking to his captain.
Yeah.
In fact, I forgot one more thing.
Yeah.
So as they continue your bombing run, they're like, okay, one last chance to get away. Captain, as you see in the distance, Dr. Striker taking off the captain's arms and putting in new ones. And it looked like cannons.
Oh, all right then.
Wait, so he's out of his armor, and is
No. He's out of his armor,
Canyon
but it's
now.
now going to the captain and changing out his arm. It's changing out
Okay,
his
question:
arms.
this doctor guy, he's out of his armor, right?
Yeah. You pretty
I'm
much
firing napalm at the
you
captain.
pretty much napalm his armor.
I'm gonna napalm the captain now when he has no arms.
That's
Hopefully
gonna be
he'll
very.
I don't care if I hurt him or not. I'm just trying to cover him in fire so the doctor either gets caught in the fire and burns to death,
So
or,
the doctor can't change his arms, and he can't
or it can't
use
change his
more
arm. Yeah.
better weapons.
Yeah.
Well, you're heard the captain's AC, so go ahead and fire.
Yeah. 30 versus
Literally just on the spot. So
He's
the
not gonna
cap,
fire
obviously
that.
the captain's not feeling anything, and thanks to his thing, he can't die without. He can't die, at least not completely.
Yep.
But now the doctor can't touch him, so he can't change out his arms, which is pretty much designed for melee combat.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm just enjoyed the fact that I looked into the HP amount of the Wall of Stone. Apparently, it has nearly 200 hit points.
Yeah.
Say again?
The Wall of Stone that I erected for the whole thing to stop them from leaving was it's nearly 200 hit points, and it's a DC 36 to try to break through it in a single attack.
They can't exactly get. So yeah, they can't exactly get away. Now if they're burst escape at least. All right, so the machine gunners are down. The killer can't change to more technical long range weapons. The first mate, the first mate can't get back to his armor. And most of the smaller ships that's designed to protect the bigger ship, can't get through the wall of napalm. I hate to say, but Kevin has to surrender. He can't fight anymore. Hello?
Hello?
Like I said, the captain's forced to surrender. He can't fight anymore.
Oh, how the turntables. At this one, I think we're just slowly turning into a power fantasy at this point.
Yeah, let's think about it. You took away the first mate's primary weapon, was pretty much a goal with a bulletproof glass roof on top to make sure he could take notes and everything. The captain, while powerful, still needs his first mate if he wants to switch from weapons as to melee combat to actually using actual hands.
Hey guys, I need to bow out early. I got to get some food dealt with, and
Say again?
I'm getting a pretty nasty headache. I'm gonna get going, guys. Sorry.
Okay.
All right, so what's it going to do? The ship, like the junkyard ship, is stopped.
Just keep hammering it for me, guys. I'll check you. See you guys in a couple weeks.
You do realize they just read the surrender threat, right?
Oh, you got it. If they're surrendering, take it.
Not to mention they still have your stuff on board.
Yep. I'll chat with you all later. Sorry, I'm feeling crappy.
Say again?
I'm feeling kind of crappy. I'm gonna get going, guys.
Including food and beer, so.
Death!
Alright, and who's gonna die?
It shall be quite interesting.
Whoever stole the booze.
So I assume Beb is the first person to go on board and look at who stole the booze.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't take him long. You find it's in the basement, half is gone already, and you see one of the junkyard pirates, missing an arm but replaced by a cybernetic one, drinking and prepared to fight. And he's in no position to fight, so. Like, this booze is mine, damn it! Mine! And starts to swing wildly, and yeah.
Veb just runs up and to grab his neck. And then, using his free arm, grabs his other arm and places said arm between his arm and his leg to rip off the cyber arm.
Make a strength check. Like because he's drunk, it only takes 15 to break it. Web.
24.
So not only rip off his arm, but rip off part of his actual arm. So yeah, he's not exactly enjoying himself.
I then take the arm and start beating himself with his own arm.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Beat, 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 beat.
And you see and funny enough, as you beat him to death, you see a beautiful nurse walk by. It's like, stop! And this one is full, well, elfin, but no cybernetics whatsoever. Like, stop! I think he's done. He's drunk.
Huh?
Ah, crap! You're drunk too.
To be fair, I'm a dwarf. That's kind of our default status.
As she pulls out a syringe and jabs you with it, and suddenly all drunkenness goes away.
What the fuck?
I see she's also a good doctor of her craft.
Yeah, that's the ship's actual medical doctor.
Okay, one.
I
How
like
much
her.
do I need to pay to have like that recipe? And two, what the fuck?
One, you have to talk to her. Two, yeah.
I was speaking to the nurse that just jabbed me.
Oh, you sweet, but I guess that ship's being taken over, so guess we'll talk later.
You're coming with me. It's a great thing.
So congratulations, Veb kidnapped the nurse. Well, doctor actually.
I mean, to be fair, the fact that they can literally break someone out of being in an alcoholic state that easily is very. It's gonna grab my character's attention if he finds out about this.
I assume Veb's on in contact once him and I assume some gearman starts going to the ship.
As soon as Zeb can do so, he'll indicate, I encountered a nurse. She cured my drunkenness. She is a VIP.
And yeah, obviously she did save the person you beat to death.
Wait, they were actually be able to save the person from being beaten to death? They actually stabilized them?
Remember, Veb ripped off his cybernetic arm and beat him to death. The nurse isn't exactly a combatant, so she can't exactly stop Veb. Just get him back to silver status.
Yep. She broke his rage.
Okay, I like this doctor even more for the fact they were just able to stop a dwarven rage of alcoholism.
No, Ray's still going, it's just the alcoholism is stopped.
Okay, they stopped the alcoholic part, which is, in all honesty, considering the times it is in, it's not that easy to break someone out of being in an alcoholic state.
Oh boy.
Yep.
So, oops, sorry.
Guess good old Koshu is going to be finding a possible apprentice.
Also, guess while Veb's on the ship, you actually see the mermaid tank, which obviously that's where the mermaids sleep at night. And it's also a couple of them, like, what the hell's going on? That was pretty much the overnight crew.
Vev is ready to clear out anybody that gets in his way between him and freedom, and that and the nurse.
Well, you have some gearmen
with
you. You have some gearmen with you. I'm pretty sure. But plus remember what's the mermaid and merman gonna do? They're right behind glass. So Beb goes out. Obviously gives the nurse, I guess to Dr. Hojo is like, keep her safe. Alright,
Yes. Then
alright,
Veb
say again?
passes her off, passes the nurse off, grabs his flask, takes a quick swig. I got work to do.
Alright, what's your first target gonna be?
Veb is just gonna charge. Whoever's the first, second, third, fifth, 18th, whoever's in front of him, if they're not one of the Gearman recognized friendlies, they're not gonna have a good day. Like I said, if they're not Gearmen or friendlies, so if there are people that Veb effectively does not recognize, they're not going to have a good day. Do you want me to just roll a random attack roll?
Go ahead, because only one person can defend against Web. The rest can go run over as long as the first mate stays out of his golem armor.
Holy moly!
Well, good news is you run everyone over. Bad news is not one of the captain stopped you on these traps and tried to slam you down, so I guess strength check.
Alright.
Oops, sorry. But yeah, I'm about to say at 20 because, well, he's still a fully cyborg, and even without his cannon arms, he still has at least one regular arm.
Boom!
What the living?
Oh.
The captain is insanely powerful. You felt that. But then a surge of energy, as long as saving and saving discovering a beautiful nurse, had the strength to pick up the captain and slam him down to the ground, cybernetics and all, as the crew watch and is actually in awe.
Fuck you!
And like I said, the crew's in awe like, what the fuck just happened? Like
Let's go!
I know his cast not his flesh for hell, boys, but did we just call that a demon? Like, fuck this, I'm not fighting him.
Why am I just imagining the equivalency of like you guys saw the original Avengers movie, right?
Yeah?
Like where Hulk is smacking Loki.
Oh, the Loki, yes.
Like puny god?
Yeah, I'm just picturing that right now, and a bunch of like, as if it was in, what would be a good dwarvish language? Swedish. In Swedish.
This.
Smacking the person, going, "You're a loser."
Like, Dr. Strick, I guess you're the captain now. I'm not fucking with that. I have my golem armor yet. Try to go as bad to pretty much negate the napalm.
Who's next?
You see anyone who's wielding a gun or a sword, drop it. Like, I'm not fucking with you. No. The one person that don't see fully surrender, a couple of the bigger ones, and a first mate who's trying to figure out his best how to put us in napalm so he can get back in his mech.
Don't you freaking think about that. Get the head out of there. Get down
here. Boys, cover me! And so it was two big ass boys like almost sever up their head to toe, except for their actual heads. Come between you and the first mate.
Okay, you saw what I went through with your captain. Do you want me to have to get my pissed offness rubbed off onto you?
Intimidation with advantage.
Let me know if you need a spell point to reroll it.
With advantage, you said, right?
Yeah.
$56.
The big man both look at each other like, you're your own first mate. Yeah, I'm not fucking someone who could take down a fucking captain.
And I am going to keep going on my way. And my god, if anyone's looking, Veb has like pinpoint eyes, like very violently shaking. Buff as fuck because he's a dwarf and he's in a rage.
Alright, so currently I guess Veb is taking back his alcohol as well as alcohol from other thing they robbed. Being from any other brewery they robbed. The game man is taking back their stuff. What's left of Flora's man is taking back their stuff, unless they wanted to stop them. Alright, I guess you don't want to stop them taking back their stuff. And is there anything you want from the junkyard pirates, or are you going to just let them sail away?
What do they have that's of value other than what they stole from us?
Weapons, armors, blueprints.
Blueprints! We absolutely gotta take those. That's a guaranteed priority 1 item.
As you try to get the blueprints, the first mate tries to take a swing at you. Base roll, and now she misses.
Blatantly misses. DBZ no sell.
Those are my blueprints!
Veb just turns his head and goes, "Who are you?"
I'm the great Dr. Striker.
And why should I care about you when I could just kill you?
You can't kill me. Points at the spine. Points at his spine.
Oh!
And remember, if he dies, something that's fused in his spine could resurrect him.
Interesting. Bull
Like,
Rush.
who do you think that designed this in the first place, as well as our captain? Like,
Bull Rush.
Knowledge of removing spine.
Bull Rush.
Bull
Rush.
Doing a joking part where I could just remove his spine without keeping him alive.
Well, technically your hands, so you can remove this. So you can. So if you pass your stealth check, you can sneakily
head off.
You can sneakily remove the spine. You just pass your stealth check.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not there currently. I'm just busy dealing.
Oh my god! I nearly had a nat 20, 31 just to simply rip the head off.
Jeez. Good news is you ripped the head off. Bad news is it's connected to us. It's connected to Cyber, so he's still alive. Well, he's still alive, but it's not connected to his body anymore.
Alright. I take my axe out and just start hacking at the body.
My beautiful body, what have you done? The head Dr. Striker screams.
I chuck the head to the ground and just start stepping on it and crushing it.
Ah. And so is the end of Dr. Stryker, the mad scientist who want power, glory, and I didn't even think you were the coup de grace, Chuck.
I think removing a skull, removing a person's head, and
Yeah,
then
but I say,
crushing it
but then again, it's
probably
just the
counts.
press left head, so I don't think a coup de grace is even necessary.
Mhm. Okay, so spend a couple minutes just like crushing the head, chopping up the body. After all that, any further interference as I get in towards more the core of the ship?
No, even the captain started to come to and realize he's the one's like, uh, I guess, I guess my, I guess my say of dress for hell, so hell boys finally come to me.
What do you want?
Uh,
I want what you stole from me back, as well as back repayments. Who are you? And why
Captain
should I not kill you?
Captain S. Storm, I guess Captain's junkyard pirates. And who are you again?
I am Vevron Bergin, and I am the owner of a fine tavern back in town.
Oh, you mean that?
You
Oh,
stole from us. I
oh,
was providing alcohol, and it was stolen.
oh, what you missed, scrapped? That tri- that beheaded, took the head off the first mate, and then stomped it to the ground as well as hacked his body. And
Uh,
and he saved the nurse who could actually cure drunkenness.
Who may be a potential student of mine soon.
And
Depending on
now he's
how
talking
it
to
goes.
Captain about I guess reparations.
Yep.
I'm guessing we beat the ever living share of their navy. Did we take any significant losses?
Uh, a little bit because there's still machine gun fire stuff like that. But
So we lost what, a couple of planes? Did we lose any ships?
no. When you decide to cut off the main ship for the fleet ships, the losses became decreased dramatically.
Ah,
And because of Doctor Holt, your doctor, make sure they couldn't escape. There's only a matter of time before bombing runs force the captain to surrender. Vep went on to check out on the ship, found where his drunken, found where his drunk, found where the beer was. So realized that half of it was already sold. Beat the shit out of the dwarf. Sorry, took the arm of one of the dwarves that had and literally beat him to death with it. Not before a nurse came out and gave him some shit that makes sure he's no longer drunk. Then he went up to the captain and rolled a nat 20 to pretty much Hulk smash him to the ground. Then they went up to two big boys in the ship while first mate is trying to get to the back of his golem and scare them off. He he goes in to get some blueprints. First mate punches him in the face, then rips his head off, jumps in his body, and stomps his head. Anything else I missed?
Jesus. No.
So anything you want from the ship, scrap? It's besides the first mate who's dead.
And we do have a ship that we can just use for ourselves.
his oversized ship.
I assume once you break it down and do it for more practical use.
We're taking the turrets and we're gonna do research on them, see if they're even better than our guns, which probably not. And hey, Seawall, congratulations! Our navy now has a practice ship they can use for target practice. Oh,
Yep.
he's not here.
He isn't. But
Well, now we have a ship for target practice.
after we thoroughly study it,
Yeah, we're gonna see about how they
Well,
get from
unfortunately,
Metal
it killed the
War.
person who made the ship, so it's gonna be a little bit trickier.
Nah.
But you do have
which
the blueprints for the actual active ship. And
of
you look
which
at blueprints, you do see that they're going to put they're going to put wings in the ship as well. That's what the actual jet engine was for. Or they was, but you killed the person who's going to put it on the wings.
okay,
As well as the location of the Jerkguard Pirates Island.
Yeah, any maps or anything about their island and defenses? Because we're gonna be doing everything we can to either take that for ourselves or make sure it's nothing but a desert island after we're done with it.
Oh boy.
oh yeah,
And
believe me,
and currently Scrap is talking to Captain Ash about reparations for all the shit you stole and they stole and stole from Emzo's empire.
I'll let Veb do most of the talking as I'm talking with what other merchants that probably also got hit, and we're gonna come up with a grand total of how much he owes us, and of course we're gonna triple whatever he owed us.
Alright, so I'm going to assume that you're going to talk to the merchant, the mercenaries that Florissant to pretty much say, hey, we're to do a job. God, you do a job well, and pulls out the bill of what he sold, and well, sold quite a bit. Not as much as you, but yeah.
Oh yeah, we're making sure to we're adding everything to war to the reparations.
Oh.
Yes, we're making sure.
question:
Answer.
could we go back, maybe like time travel back as Veb is going through the ship? Did he see anything that really would have like pissed him off, like slaves, poorly distilled alcohol, shittily preserved food?
You see all three of them. Slaves, second-rate food was why they were robbing from your restaurant, and poor alcohol.
To which Veb then to grab Scrap.
That
No
that what
survivors. No survivors. Come with me.
Actually, if you look at, I want to say,
was
before it become a blood flag crew, as look at this substitute roster, you realize you killed the chef already. That's the drug. That's the drunken elf. That's the drunken what's called you found earlier. The drove you found earlier. That was the chef.
Okay.
you know, I was working. I was working on. I imagine like I'm like working with the negotiations of these guys. You know, for reparations. Veb fucking just grabs my arm, like, oh, okay, I'm going here. I'll be right back. And it's like I'm just being tracked.
Take a look at this. And
Hey,
I basically shove Scrap into the food pantry.
And you see something that makes Gordon Ramsay look pale. And you also see why they actually said, you know what? Fuck that. Let's just steal from Emzo's tavern. Because apparently this drunk can't cook or make a good alcohol.
And yes, Veb also goes in the back, grabs a barrel of alcohol, pours it through a sock, and then pours like the organic material that would be on top of the sock onto a napkin. Have you ever saw the show The Rescue?
Captain Ass comes down with you like, oh, you found an old food pantry. Yeah, that. Where's that chef, by the way?
Right there.
He looks at it like, you beat him to death with his own cyber arm?
It was cathartic. Have you seen the quality of this food?
Dude, we've been tasting the quality of this food. If it wasn't cyborgs, we would have died a long time ago at sea.
Did none of the people who were operating the ship get you citrus so that way you would never have to deal with scurvy?
Like, no. Trust me, we tried. But he said, pointing at the chef, like, oh, there's no need for citrus. It's a waste of time. And Dr. Strucker agreed with him.
Feb is just going to take a couple of deep breaths before jumping on top of the dead chef's body. You do that!
You might want to be careful. I think his resurrection thing is still active.
Oh, trust me, I still have my axe. And I'm more than ready to rip his head off again if I need to.
As you say that, you see him jump like, what the fuck happened?
Rip head up!
Say again?
Just, you know, like a good solid shoulder tackle, like you see in the NFL.
I'm actually, just to make it even better. You know tackle that Lawrence Taylor did to Joe Theismann, right? The one that ended his career.
Yeah, I'm aware of that one.
I'm pretty sure Beb did something similar.
Mm-hmm. And he will do that show 2.0.
I assume Scraps and Kevin is just watching Beb kill someone who just came back to life.
I'm just gonna back away slowly.
As he looks at you like, negotiations about surrender and reparations?
I rip a leg off.
Yeah,
I try to rip a leg off.
Let's just go this way. Just this way. Everyone, come on.
As you and Captain Ass just walking like those are normal legs.
Shut up. Let's just go. Come on. And we'll just make our way to a much better area and
So
just
back above ground after they tossed off the first mate overboard, and as the gearmen collecting weapons and disarming and take off cybernetic arms, cybernetic legs, even cybernetic heads from crew members.
Everything's getting taken and studied or sold.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna look at Ash, be like, all right, where were so this was your contract with it. I see. Okay, and then it's at least 3 times normal value, correct?
Ah, jeez. That means
Where
start saying. either triple production with a new crew or start selling stuff from my island.
Oh yeah, I was just. Oh yeah, I'm just. Well, with what our good pirate friend owes us, I'm looking at total number, but I mean, if we, triple whatever he owes us, then it's
No,
very much
no,
worth.
no, no. That's what As to say. That's upon looking at the cons. We're like, gee, we gotta make a new pirate crew and start hanging ships again, or we gotta start selling most of the things on our island and putting people out of work.
Well, we are planning on a operation where his island is, and whatever valuables we have, we'll definitely sell off as part of reparations. And how would how would you say for a nice well, do you have like a main headquarters area for your mercenary unit, or you just kind of just travel around?
Uh, you talk about the mercenaries, or you talk to the captain?
Mercenaries that we're helping.
Uh, oh yeah. We usually travel around, but we have a main point base.
I'll
Like
look
you,
at the and I'll look at the pirate captain, and I'll look at him, and I'll say, so I'm guessing like he's the pirate captain, thoroughly, no weapons on him, no anything, correct?
yeah,
Nothing.
yeah. Your crew even made us respect his standard hands again instead of his weaponized hands.
I am just going to look at him, clap my hands here, and say, so here is what's going to happen. Honestly, first, you fucked up majorly. I don't think that's really in contested, right? You fucked up royally. You can agree to that, right?
We we do.
For attacking all those convoys. Or should I get should I get my dwarven friend who's uh currently working on, I guess, taking off the leg of the cook or the previous
Dude,
cook.
we can hear him screaming. I think we know what's going on.
Yeah, do you want me to get him in here? Cause he's already in a pissed off mood.
No, 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 no. He body slammed me enough. That's more than impressive, and that's why I was. And he points out some of his weapon arms, like, and that's why we're wearing these.
Well, since now I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions. It's gonna be yes or no, and any deviation to that, it's you'll talk to him again. Understood?
I understand. What's up? What do you need?
Okay. Number one, your island. How valuable is it?
Ah, Pre-Brick Island. Most most mostly from Doctor well, I guess the late Doctor Striker's works, like alchemist, gunsmith, no Techno Pilot Island. Like if want to put a base value on it, it's in a pretty
Eh,
high class area, just not in a high class zone, if you want to mean. Probably about.
Okay.
I get the
What I'm
equi-
more
I get the
what I,
equi-
what
I get the equivalent of can't think of the equivalent right now, like fifteen hundred
well
dollars,
here's here,
$15 million.
here's the other thing. Natural resources that you have on there, or is it just a barren island that you kind of just called home?
And no natural resources how they operate as how they operate when they can't get anything. So yeah, rich in natural resources, fish, trees, etc.
Okay. Hmm.
he even grabs and points out apple and just bites it off like, ah.
I'll just look at the reserve captain and say, with the amount of cargo that he's taken from not only me and how much you needed, would you think his island value is if we just take his whole island, that'll be worth the value 3 times of what he owes us?
Ah. Was it charges for our services as well? I think I just speak to Mr. Flory about that, but I'm pretty sure we come to a compromise.
Yes. Let's see. Also, I think also we'll you ever think of having a nice little safe area on an island too? Ever thought of having a base on an island?
Let me tell you about something about us. What are people who get thrown away? Disabled, disarmed, crippled, whatever. That's why I started this pirate crew in the first place. So what I'm doing right now is make sure we have a safe place for our crew members. Even people who don't, even people who's not combatant, if you will.
So you think this island would be perfect as a nice little safe area for those members?
Uh, yeah, of course.
All right, let's see. I'm gonna pull out a paper and start writing something. Yeah, that could work. All right.
And,
How
and, yeah,
about
and yeah, Vebs actually grabbed the island blueprints as well, so you can actually look at them.
I'll say, hmm.
And as you can see, half the island is rich in natural resources, and half of them's just pretty much a junkyard city.
Yeah.
It can regrow if they move off if they clean up the scrappings as well.
So what we can do is we can set up a small little Gearman outpost. It'll be a nice little post, but the rest of the island will belong to the mercenaries and their followers as a nice as a nice home per se. And
Meanwhile, Chucky was like, "And what about us? You can't exactly live anywhere." Like I said, most of our people were drawn away.
yes, I think we could start this island as a it could be a very good area. I think we can how about a 3-way partnership split in terms of management of the island? All 3 of us could be in charge of the island, and if anything major needs to happen, we'll take a vote. But it's gonna be a free place. Place where those affected, or as you said, your members, or anyone in that matter, will have a safe place to settle and call home. Of course, we can work on more details in the planning with building of the island, so that way it can hopefully be of good use to not only us but for the people there. For now, I have this contract says so. With the major representatives, what we can do is 3 of us right here can be in charge of that said island. Of course, I will help provide military assistance so we can clear that island of filth as I look at the pirate captain and make sure that it's nice and prim and proper. Once that's done, we'll hash out details for the island and its future. Now, for me, all I want is just a small little Gearman outpost, nice little watch area, as used as also part of the port as well for Gearman use, mostly military ships or trading. The rest of the port, if we once we find it, can be up for you guys. Use it however you want. Trade, military, shipbuilding, or just get rid of it. I don't really care. But we've got to make sure that this island is a new safe haven. For now, we must clear it out first. But how does that sound so far? Is there any objections to this?
Like, crew, set sail for Junkyard Island. We're gonna have gonna have some work to do.
Hold on. I get you're enthusiastic. I'm already sending out scouts as we speak, aka the mermaids. They are going to be in shadows. It's my shadow mermaid.
It's the Shadow Mermaid army.
Yes. Remember, we did a lot of cross training with shadows and mermaids. So now the mermaids get the shadows up to an island or a boat, and they get secretly infiltrated without the need of a boat. Isn't that awesome, Ty?
Shall confirm that island blueprint is the current correct blueprint. Half the island is filled with junk, but also that's where the citizens are. And yeah, that's pretty much
Any combatants?
Mad Max cyber not Mad Max what you call style. And
How many?
half the island clean, pristine, like trees are growing, reaches flowing, fish are literally jumping out the water, everything.
All right, so I'll ask. How many? Are there any enemy combatants, or it seemed like they just took all of their actual people with combat onto these
They took all
ships?
the actual people on their ships. All are just people like missing arms, missing legs, obviously replaced by cybernetics and stuff like that. Like
Sure.
like from babies, from and of course a few normal people as well, but someone who's like tossed away because they're not like, oh, I'm not like like people who people got tossed around their friend because either their friends are jackasses or royalty that just doesn't want the throne or nobles who actually don't value their let's just say their family's questionable circumstances, something like that.
Understandable with that one. All right, and I'll look at the other two. So it seems like we may make a move uh, earlier than we should. Now, here's what I don't know, big. Katsu, can you come over here? I'm calling over to Nameless.
Yeah, what do you need? As I come on over, tired.
Hey, I know.
Coffee.
I'll look. How long will it take us to get to that island if we go now?
Uh, Probably about 3 days. Thanks to someone destroying setting up the vent. plus even
I'll look
if
at the.
plus even if the attack was on, plus even if the first mate is the only person could activate without killing all of us. So 3 days.
Another infiltration job, I assume.
No, more of a conquest of an island. Seems like when the pirate captain took his fighting force, it was all his fighting force, and that was it. So it's going to be mostly civilians. And I want you with me as help for overall medical help and everything. So I want you to get a couple of your best doctors and assistants, and I'll also look at the mercenary and the other captain. I say, get your men together. In a week's time, meet back up at our port. We'll get all of our forces together, and we'll make a move towards the pirate island. Now, we shouldn't see much combat, but make sure you have your men, heads on a swivel and everything, because we don't know if people will accept it or not. So here's what we're going to do. I'm at least going to bring at least, I don't know, what was the population of civilians on that island?
1,000 total.
I'm going to bring 3,000 men 3,000 gearmen for this. We are bringing our navy. You can bring your ships. We are to immediately have our presence be known to them. Once the people realize what's going on, we will be sending in our military forces first. We are to secure the port first. And remember, we do not fire unless fired upon and only dealing with the person that shot us. Any problems that come with this island, we will be putting it under martial law first. Our good doctor here will get some of his best men, and they'll set up a small camp inside the island on the port, heavily guarded, so we can start checking the people out as we start having our scouts and everything. Start making sure the area is prim and proper, no hideouts or whatever. And then we can start plans on the resettlement of not only the people there, but also the building of this new island. Any questions?
No
The
question.
mercenary captain is like, I never thought I'd be controlling an island, but uh, that sounds like a proper deal. Like, offer to protect my, I guess my people.
Yes.
Said Captain Ash.
It will be a joint council with the three of us. Council. I'll have a representative from my area. You have a representative from yours, and a representative from yours, and we'll help form a council with the three. And the main goal of this is to make sure this island not only prospers, but is a safe home for those affected. So, meet me back at our port, week's time, and I'll look at the mercenary. And of course, we'll make sure to. I can give you a simple payment to help out that if you need it. If you want.
I know. Florida's paying us, but once we get our paycheck, then I guess we'll have us set to for Island. Which thankfully, Florida's in your neck of the woods, so.
Alrighty. So with that, meet us back at our port in a week's time with your forces and necessary supplies.
I kind of one request.
Go ahead.
What's that bartender Web he called? As soon as we stop ripping, as soon as stop, as soon as stop killing our former chef.
I'm just gonna just look and listen to the noise. Is Veb still trying to break off a leg?
Probably.
I don't just look.
They look like, you know what? I'll take
Let's
that
just-
drink when we get to the port. Hopefully it's a lot more calmer down by then.
Yeah, let's just again, week's time.
Week's
We'll meet up.
time.
So after a week, when Nameless is fully rested, and I'll have him get his men and equipment.
Like, name's fully rested. I guess he has a new doctor to he has a new nurse to train to be a doctor.
And someone to finally allow him to have more than 4 hours of sleep.
Yep, and Nameless. Once you have everything, I guess once you have everything ready.
Like the mercenary stayed at Enzo's hotel after they get paid quite handsomely by Mr. Flory.
Yeah,
and go ahead.
After a week's time, the necessary gearmen will be mobilized as they're waiting on the port, and the Navy is also ready. And so, with that, we'll begin to set sail with the mercenaries in tow. And as we're making our way to the island, it's going to be a 3-day trip. I'm guessing we don't meet any resistance or anything as we're traveling down there.
Small power crews, but seeing that the
It's a
the
large
but
fuck off navy.
but I would say, but since the junkyard actually rearmed and re-equipped itself, they could easily fend them off with their machine gun fire.
Oh yeah, So we'll be outside of the town where they could see us in our ships. We'll sound some horns so they can see, and once we start seeing the necessary people, I'll look at the one of the Gearman commanders who are in charge of this, and I'll say, "All right, start sending the men to secure the perimeter of that port. Remember, rules of engagement: don't fire unless fire upon, and get rid of the threat immediately, and make sure no one else disturbs it." And as that's going,
To give me run over and and port members defend themselves until hear a booming voice from Captain S like, "Stand down! Like these men are here to help us." Like, yes, Captain.
and immediately Gearman will start moving in. Once the area is strictly secure, Nameless will be given the green light to board one of the ships and head to the port as he will find an area to set up for his medical center. Impromptu medical center, really.
I remember
And
it's still Mad Max level city, so you have to start building some of the area first to not look like a hellhole.
Yep. And the Gearmen, what they will do is they'll start moving in to where the people live. And what's going to happen is once the people like start going to get medically checked and everything, the Gearmen are going to start searching their properties to make sure any weapons are taken. As in the cusp of, for now, this island is under martial law, under, as we're going to call it for now, the Council of Three. It is
Alright.
now under martial law until, in the meantime, it is not going to be a permanent thing. It's just plans are going to be met, and once the people are checked out by our medical team, the mayor, whatever, of the town, and other
Which is the
representatives
captain.
are to meet after everything is done for talks. All right, Amos, have fun. Have fun with your medical check. I got to deal with military shit.
Alright. Take away weapons. Most of the houses pretty much have self-defense weapons, either to protect their wife or kids, or from a pirate attack. I'm going to assume that some of the members of the pirate enemy pirate attacks. I'm going to assume some of the members of the pirate crew are taken down to the actual weapons barracks, as well as Dr. Striker's lab.
Yes, we're making sure everything is.
And Dr. Striker's lab, similar to William's lab, but if Williams lost his damn mind and says, if I could take tax this to this, it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah.
So yeah,
So
picture Williams lost his damn mind, and that's Dr. Striker's lab, ironically underneath the city.
so So what does Nameless have? So does Nameless have to do a roll for medical so he can see what he's dealing with medically wise?
Yeah, and Warren Nameless, you probably not gonna like it.
All right.
I guess his normal medical roll.
Yeah, yeah,
All right. I'm gonna re-roll that.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No, re-roll that because you rolled 2 times in one day.
Yeah.
I know you have. I know a special skills that can re-roll as long as you have ace
Yeah.
mana, but still.
So I can re-roll.
Yep.
Oh my.
Okay, That's
Okay,
better.
okay, 40 is good enough. Do you find out that Dr. Striker should not be called the doctor? Like, because even though obviously the nurse is keeping the nurse that you're now training is keeping well in health, but the doctor pretty much tells him back down with let's just say experiments he loses on his people. So you start this. So your crew's gonna be quite busy getting men, women, and children actually healthy again, instead of literally knocking on death's door.
More work for me. So how many patients do I have to deal with exactly?
Say again.
How many patients do I have to deal with exactly?
Say again. I can't hear you.
How many patients do I have to deal with exactly?
Uh, the entire the entire island needs help one way or another, but the more severe cases is in the 200s.
Okay, so here's what I can do for the 200 patients. So let me double check how much it is. All right, so here's what I can do for the wounded. I got around so 6 cure light wounds, 6 cure moderate wounds, 6 cure serious, 6 cure critical wounds, heal, and regenerate. So that's around at least 30 patients I can take care of with healing spells. And also, I can just spam last I checked, level 0 spells, you can just repeat continuously, last I checked, right?
That's a jerk.
Yeah, so I'm going to be focusing on using using the stabilize spell to deal with those who are in need of stabilization. Then I'm going to move on to using the healing spells for dealing with those who are needing more effective care. And regenerate for those who are in critical condition that have lost limbs.
Yeah, let's just say Doctor Striker is not wasn't exactly perfect when he started his cybernetic program.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long, long day. And I assume a heal skill check to deal with the rest.
Yeah, I'm not gonna roll for 200 paces. I'm gonna say, hey, hey, thanks to you,
45. Let's go.
and plus, I assume we'll get conditions from your new nurse. Like, this is what the problem is. This is what's going on, and 45. Yeah, even though I didn't hear from you, it's like, okay, I can see what they fucked up here. I can see I could do it there, etc., etc. Like Reb.
Oh yeah, Veb. I'm guessing you're joining me for this military operation that's going on this island right now.
Of course.
Based.
Not to mention they also have a bar, and you find out where they get their shitty alcohol from.
No, 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 no. As soon as we learn the location of a bar, he is not going near it. We're distracting him. Kiri, you're in charge of going to house, making sure that you know, that their weapons are secured and stored at our temporary gearman base. I'm giving you command of 1,000 gearmen. Go. Just
To make sure the killer doesn't go near the bar.
yeah, he's not going. As soon as we realize where the bar is, we're making sure that he's being posted in the opposite direction. And I'm just gonna look at the gearman and just say, if there's not anything of value in that bar, take anything of value in that bar and burn it.
Like so.
So how bad is that
Half hour
bar?
later, you hear the game man like, um, game man one, come here.
Go ahead.
You might have to burn the entire thing.
I don't. That's fine. Anything of value we could siphon from that, or no?
If you it must summon down food poisoning, sure.
Yeah, just get rid of it. Get rid of it. As long as he doesn't see it, that is fine.
He's gonna see the blazing fire, though.
That doesn't matter. Clear. I have a much better solution. Clear everyone out from that area. This is give me a command to let's see how. I don't know what we're naming the. Give me a command to destroy our group. Do you copy? Over.
Over. What's up?
Be advised, I have a target. I have some target coordinates for you. I need you to fire a couple of rounds HE this position. I will be giving it out now. And I'm going to give out coordinates.
Wait a second. I doing a buster call on the island.
No. We have
No, sorry, our bar, not island.
Yeah, on the bar, yes. We didn't have anything to burn, you say, so we're doing the next best thing.
No, they have alcohol to burn. It's just if it's set the bar on fire, killer's gonna notice.
I don't just set it on fire. We're distracting him right now, and if he asks what that fire is, saying his job is this, don't worry about it. So just set it on fire. Make sure it doesn't catch any other buildings in a controlled environment, in a controlled burn, and yeah.
Alright, so the gearmen take out all the bad alcohol, pour it all over the bar, make sure anything is cleaned up, anything that's actually nothing's good in that bar. Everything is cleaned out, and then set a couple matches for it to burn, and of course a couple of gearmen have ice barrels ready just in case it spreads to other buildings.
Yep.
You're
okay. Alright. So as that's going on, as that's being burnt, so with all the people getting checked out by our doctors, we're getting all the associate or people of this island know of any major significant role together with, of course, the mercenary captain and the other person, as we're the council of three.
Like the mercenary captain, the pirate. Well, I guess the now ex-pirate captain.
Yep.
I guess we're calling Mayor Ash now.
Yep. And I'll look at them. All right. So far, situation seems to be going good. The military operation is going much smoother than I anticipated. Now, of course, we did have to take away all the people's weapons, but that's only for safety of first because of what's been going on. Next plan is first. We need to start. How bad were the living conditions of the civilian area? Is it just like bad?
Like ghetto bad.
Okay, I'm gonna say first thing we need to do. Number one, all this, and I'm pointing to the whole town. It's gotta go. This is unsafe for people to live in. We'll set up temporary camps for now, but once these people move into these temporary camps, we are destroying this whole town, if you can call it, and we are going to build proper living areas. Now, we'll have to get a census on how many families there are and everything. I think at first, it's just going to have first buildings. It's just going to be general apartments. Enough to fit a family or, a couple people and stack it up because that's what we're going to need. I think the next buildings that's going to be built is making sure that water is procured and a farm is ready. Even if it's a small farm, just some food independence will make people happy. Trust me. After that, once we get the general building for where people can live, their utilities and everything, next step we're going to make is a hospital and law enforcement area. For now, police and duties, I think for now, will be under the Gearmen. For now. Until a proper police force can be made. I'm guessing we're all in agreement with that one.
They're not.
I just got back from being my cat. What the hell happened?
Oh, we're discussing plans for the island. Basically, we're tearing down the whole town because it's literally like ghetto level bad. People are being moved to a temporary camp, so that way we can destroy or demolish the whole town and start setting up proper living areas, making sure it's disinfected and everything. Small farming plots, and where was I?
So
Okay.
I'm going to assume that once the word reaches the gearmen, they clear out the buildings to the left and right of the bar, and then just stop the ice spell so the fire to spread around.
Yep, and then and I'll look towards the with the other plan. I think next up, we'll also start setting up a semi-permanent medical building. Because from what my good doctor is saying, this is bad. Some of these people need medical attention, and probably even what you for. Actually, I want to get him. I'll look at two gamermen. Hey, fetch me the good doctor. Have him come meet us. And Nameless, you have two gearmen basically asking for your presence for a meeting.
I'll nod and go along while sipping on some coffee.
so I'm guessing the gearmen lead him over, and it's the council we're talking. Like, good doctor, there you are. We were just discussing the future of the town. Now, from what you've been able to see, I think we can surmise it. How is the condition of the townspeople medically?
Not great. Of the 1,000 people mentioned, 20% are in dire conditions, to say the least. I've been having to pull in overtime even with all my staff. It is... How do I put this? Fubar.
Understandable. And I'll look at the council members and say, seems like there'll be a lot of work ahead of us, but when we start moving these people into temporary housing for now, should be all good, and medically they should be good once we disinfect that whole area. So for now, I'll start. We'll start getting our supplies ready. We'll start building a temporary camp, making sure proper sanitary things and everything, and we'll start demolishing the town. We'll start letting the people know, and I'll be like, "Do you think the people are going to have any problems with this? And we're going to have any riots on our hands?"
We're not like a construction man, as you could see, and we had the buildings go astray. So I don't think no one's going to have a problem with us tearing down starting over again.
Once we
That's the
should.
thing of the island, after all.
That's good. Let's start. And basically, I don't know how if you want to end this here, Ty, but
I would say,
end
yeah,
with
but I would say this is actually the perfect place to end this.
yeah, requested for more supplies. Some more ships are coming in, probably with supplies as a temporary camp is being placed up, while the town is just getting demolished, and it's making sure it's properly clean. All like contaminated soil is being placed like onto one of our ships, like on one of our storage ships. That's just gonna either be dumped or put somewhere, basically away from the island, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And we'll have the good doctor stay in the area just to monitor. And yeah, we can end it there. And then probably next session is the building of the island.
The building of the island and actually train proper good chefs, doctors and bartenders.
So Carrie, you're gonna have some fun teaching people how to brew actual alcohol when the town is being
Or you can
built.
send some graduates here. Who knows?
Oh, actually, yeah, that could work. Because we have that school, Kiri, remember?
That we do. That we do.
So I think this is a perfect we took over our island. We're making it a small little haven, and You know what? I already know what the theme is going to be for the next next season or next session. Ty,
What?
the Red Dead built this house together intensifies. You know the song.
Oh boy.
Give me. Hold on. I have it here. Hold on. I'm putting it in the.
And obviously, when you get to one of the ports, you actually see the monstrosity that Doctor Striker was trying to build. So
Here it is. I put it in. That's basically what's gonna happen next session.
oh boy. So the tear down of the island, the build a new one. This try to figure. I assume Kira's going to comb the lab of one of the living fuck that. Sorry, not Kiri. She's going to comb the lab of what living fuck that Doctor Striker was using, and of course that massive battleship that's halfway built already.
Yeah, it's
That says it's going to be fun.
Oh yeah, well, I can't wait for William to, head to the island, and was like, oh yeah, where's like Grab, Carrie, the doctor? Where are they at? Oh, yeah, they're at the new island. The new what?
Your
Oh,
influence is spreading.
oh yeah, this is gonna be
Hope you have fun.
massive battle, and now we take it over an island, and Carrie, me and you are gonna build a house together. How's that sound? Build a little house together.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm gonna get going here. Y'all have a lovely day.
Yeah.
Alright, I miss my air conditioner, so I'm going to turn that on as well. So, talk to you guys later.
All right, take
Peace.
care.